Shavua Tov, a good Woch, and welcome to our program. It's now after Lag BaOmer, and we are preparing for the wonderful Yom Tov of Shavuos. There are many Gemaras concerning the Yom Tov of Shavuos and Medrashim and Maimorei Chazal. Starting from the Gemara in Shabbos, Daf Peches and Beis. Omar Rabbi Shmuel ben Levi. Rabbi Shmuel ben Levi said, B'shor she'olo Moshe lamodim. When Moshe Rabbeinu went up to the heavens to take the Torah, Omeru malachei hashodes lefnei HaKadosh Baruch Hu Rabbeinu Shalom mali lu disho beinenu. The Malachim said, there is a strange creature here. Like, there goes the neighborhood. Who is this? We haven't seen a creature like this in the heavens. Who is it? And we understand it's a human being in the heavens. Mali lu disho beinenu. What is a human being doing among us? We are malachim. Omar lohen, so Almighty God answered them, lekabil teirabo. He came, his name is Moshe, and he came to take the Torah. So they said, and there are different Medrashim who express it in different words. They said that you have this chemdo genuzo, this hidden treasure, that you are kept for so many generations in your heavenly treasures, and you are going to give it to a human being. And some Medrashim say, Sofik yikaimuho, Sofik leyikaimuho. Maybe they will keep the Torah, maybe they will not. How do we know? Give it to us. Give it to Malachim. Anachnu nekaimenu beyodecho. And we are going to keep the Torah. And they said to the Bnei Shalom, you're going to give the Torah to the human beings. And it's going to be Shabbos morning. And you're going to read the Torah. Is everybody going to listen? One is going to listen, and the other one is going to talk. And it's in the middle of the shul. Are they going to daven all the time? Give the Torah to us. The Bnei Shalom, if you're going to say that we're starting davening at 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock, everybody's going to be there. And no one is going to say one word, not like the human beings. We're not going to talk in the middle of the davening. We're going to listen. And the Bnei Shalom, when you talk, we're not going to sit there and look at the walls, or look at the watch, or look at the clock. We're going to listen to you. You know, some rabbis, when they talk, you have to look sometimes you have to look at the wall, see how long it talks. Sometimes you have to look at the calendar. The Bnei Shalom, we will let you talk for as long as you want, anytime you want, and we're always going to be there. Not like the human beings. And when they go into business, do we know how they're going to do business? And when they eat, do we know how they're going to eat? Are they always going to eat kosher? Give it to the Malachim. We will always do exactly the way you want. That was what the Malachim said to Almighty God, according to the Gemara and according to many Medrashim. So Almighty God said to Moshe, Hachzei lohem tshuvo. Give them a response. They have a taina. They are complaining. So Moshe said, Misyore, Almighty God, I am afraid Shema Yisrafuni behevel pihem. They will burn me with the heat of their mouths. So Almighty God said to Moshe Rabbeinu, that's not enough. Hold on to my heavenly throne, and answer them. They asked a question. According to the Gemara and some Medrashim, were you in Mitzrayim ever? According to some Medrashim, he said to them, do you have a Yetzer Hara like we do? Yes, you're going to be there 5 o'clock, it's 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's 7 o'clock in the morning. You don't have a Yetzer Hara to say to you, maybe you can sleep a little later. You don't have a Yetzer Hara to tell you that maybe we're going to say something in the middle of davening. We'll talk some talk, whatever talk. You don't have a Yetzer Hara to tell you what to eat. You will eat only kosher all the time. So of course you're going to be perfect. But we have a Yetzer Hara. So we have to overcome an evil inclinations, which you don't have to do. That was the answer of Moshe Rabbeinu. The Rebbe speaks in depth about the response of Moshe Rabbeinu. What was the depth of his response? We will return to that in a moment. But first, our customary story. We have just celebrated Lag BaOmer, and this is a Lag BaOmer story. And involved two women, and this is what they have told me. When was it? So one woman who I spoke to remembers exactly when it was. It was the last Lag BaOmer possible. The last Lag BaOmer possible, the Beisai, is Lag BaOmer of Tofshin Nun Aleph, 1991. Because Lag BaOmer Tofshin Nun Beis was after Chov Zayin or the Rishon Tofshin Nun Beis, and it was not possible. So the last Lag BaOmer that it was possible, as sensitive as it is, as painful as it is Tofshin Nun Aleph. And this is what one woman told me. She was there. It was by the mikveh. There was a group of women who were waiting for the Rebbe when he went out of the mikveh. Lag BaOmer Tofshin Nun Aleph. One woman came over to the Rebbe, and she was holding two babies, one in each hand. They say about 8-9 months. The woman told me about 8-9 months old, and she says to the Rebbe that last year I asked the Rebbe for a bracha for children, and the Rebbe gave me a dime, and thank God, my two daughters, the twins, were born. I am asking the Rebbe should give these women the same bracha that the Rebbe gave me. The Rebbe took out dimes, and he gave all the women. I heard this from one woman who was there, that she also got a dime. She wasn't there for herself. She already had Baruch Hashem children, but she was there to help another woman. But since she was there, the Rebbe gave her a dime also. She took the dime, and she didn't know what to do. As she tells the story, she remembers all the details very, very clearly. She says, I was afraid to take the dime for myself. I had two children at that time. One was 8-9 months old. One was 18 months old. Plus, I was expecting. So now to take on another two children and twin girls, that was a bit much for me. But now I have the Rebbe's dime. What should I do? She comes to work next morning, and she's disturbed. She doesn't know what to do. A co-worker, a single girl who was there, was also working with her, says to her, you look disturbed. What's the matter? So she tells her the story. So this single girl says to her, I have a solution. Sell me that dime. Don't give me. Sell me. I want to buy this dime from you. And she sold her the dime. Then the single girl continues the story. I wasn't married at the time. I got the dime. About a year later, I got married. And a year after that, I gave birth to twin girls. This is the story, she said. And then I want to tell you, I have a lot of dollars from the Rebbe that I got over the years, and I have them put away, and they're safe. all the dollars that the Rebbe gave me, and I have many, many. This dime, after that, that dime, I was thinking of giving it to other women. That dime was lost. And from what I see, she says, that dime was there for one thing: to give me a blessing to get married, and to give me a blessing for the twin girls. And after that, that dime was lost. As mentioned, I heard the story from both women, from the woman who was there to help someone else, whom she got the dime, and she sold the dime to the single girl, and to the single girl who, Baruch Hashem, today is a mother, La'arichus Yomim V'shonim Tevis. I have to tell you, Rabbi Sayev, there is something like a Baal Shem Skemaise, and it has to do with Lag BaOmer. Rabbi Sayev, to what happened between Moshe Rabbeinu and the Malachim. The Rebbe explains in depth. Moshe Rabbeinu said to the Malachim, according to Midrashim, Klum leMitzrayim yadatem. Were you in Mitzrayim? Klum yetzer hara yesh beinechem. Do you have a yetzer hara? The Tachlis, why Almighty God created this world, the Rebbe Nishmatzein brings it in a Maimer, in the first Maimer in Samach Vov, was because of a Medrash. Nisave HaKadosh Baruch Hu li yes lei dira betachtenim. Almighty God wanted for himself a habitation in this world. Betachtenim, in this world. And it's Nisave. Nisave means it was a craving. And the Alter Rebbe already said, you can't ask any questions on that. Afatay v'fek menikin kashas. But what did Almighty want? A craving in this world. Who is going to make for Almighty God a habitation in this world? The Malachim? Malachim don't know what this world is all about. They don't have the temptations of this world. Klum leMitzrayim yadatem. Were you in Mitzrayim? Klum yetzer hara yesh beinechem. Is there yetzer hara among you? Yes, you're going to be perfect. You don't have a yetzer hara. So how are you going to work with this world? You don't know what this world is all about. We know what this world is all about. We were in Mitzrayim. We have a yetzer hara. We have all the temptations. And we know how to overcome. So if there's anyone that's going to make a dira lei batachtenim, who's going to make a habitation for Almighty God in this world, it's not going to be the Malachim. It's going to be the human beings. It's going to be us. And that is the depth, the Rebbe says, of the answer of Moshe Rabbeinu to the Malachim. So therefore, yes, this completes the circle. Almighty God wants a habitation for himself in this world, so that the world should be a perfect world, and that the world should be worthy of the coming of Mashiach. And we are the last generation of Golus and the first generation of Geulah, and it is our job, our duty, to put the finishing touches on this world, But tachtenim, and the Rebbe explains, tachtenim means that ein tachten lemato imeno, there is nothing lower than this world. And the Rebbe here in this Sikha brings, the Rebbe Nishmasein brings it also, from the Rebbe Nishmasein brings it, that if you want to lift up a building, you have to bring something, you have to bring a liver. It uses the word liver. Liver means something that picks it up from the very bottom. If you're going to pick it up from the middle, then you only pick up the middle, and the bottom is going to remain. So if you want to pick up this world and want to refine the world, then you have to start from the very bottom. If you're going to find a world that is lower than this world, then this world is not tachtenim. There's another world that's called tachtenim. And we say tachtenim, it means the lowest of the lows. They ain't tachten imenu. And who can do that? Only the human beings. And this is our mission, to work with the world, work with ourselves and with the world, refine the world, and prepare the world for the coming of Mashiach. This is the mission of our generation. And although there are still pachim ktanim, there are some small vessels, but Baruch Hashem, we are getting there. Through the Rebbe's work and the Rebbe's shluchim all over the world, we have managed, the Rebbe himself says that, we have managed to refine the world, but we still need, there's still some pachim, ktanim, small vessels, which we are going to do, and collectively we will refine them, and collectively we will prepare ourselves, our part of the world, and the entire, and we will refine the entire world, and we will prepare the world for that great day of the coming of Mashiach. ובגולו דידן ובשמחו ובטוב לבוב ובטבע נילה והניגלו למטה מעשור הטפוחים ובחסד ובלחמים ותקף ומיד ממש.